Welcome to the homestead. Glad you're watching. Well, behind me is that strip in front of the RV, and you can tell it just looks like two tire marks going down. A lot of the grass is now filling in where the dirt had been overthrown, and where the trench is, I'm even seeing fresh grass try to come through it, so it won't be long before we don't have dirt. Well, that is in the places we actually finished, because we didn't finish this job. We kind of gave up. Yesterday was a very tragic day, and Lee and I were just so solemn. I'm sure everybody was, and so it was a sad day for everybody, and we just couldn't bring ourselves to getting behind the camera. But we did bring ourselves to getting 3 of our boys to the clinic to get fixed, and they're in the RV now. They're not super happy about life, but they will survive, and we'll release them back to the population in a couple of days. And so we're excited about the boys getting fixed, and we've got some more schedule coming up. And this is going to be the very expensive cost. I just keep going back to the 5 first girls that were left after we lost 3 of the kittens, and 5 cats. At the most, it was $100 per cat at the clinic. That's $500. And now we have 31 cats. At $100 a cat, that's $3,100. What fools we were. What fools. Anyhow, that's neither here nor there. I think I told you there were 6 kittens. I think I count 7. I got a little video clip. It's really bad, but here it is. So, kittens today would be 3 days today, and I haven't taken any pictures today. That was yesterday's little clip, and we'll just keep checking on them, and hopefully we'll get to touching them pretty soon. And anyway, gosh, we got a lot of work to do, and so let's get busy. Okay. This here behind me is the corner that I was working on 2 days ago when I stopped. I had come down this way and I was heading that way, but I didn't make it very far. We had already done that. Where is that? Nope. That corner right there, we had already done this part right here. So it's just the straight part we have to do. And then of course this straight part right here. And so that's what we're going to be covering today. And of course, I forgot my gloves. So I'll be right back and I'll jump right into work. Okay, that's that line. Got this one to do. Take a short break and I'll be right back.
Hi there. Well, I've been doing a lot of nothing today and a lot of little tiny things that weren't worth putting on video. This is probably another thing not worth putting on video, but I need to clean up this cottage behind me. It's the one we started sheetrocking and then got off doing other things, trenches and wiring and so forth. So I'm a little down on energy today, so I'm going to go in there and take care of the latest boxes that got thrown in there, restack everything up so that it's at least neat enough that we can continue working on it. So let's get going. This is another project I need to get back on, these anchors. But the ground's so hard right now. I think I'll just wait for a few good rains. I know we've had a bunch of rains, but I don't know there's been enough to really soak the ground. So I'll move these out to the shop, and that'll give me another chore to do when that day comes. Okay, a few things to take to my shop. Probably should be swept out, but why? I don't know. I'm not going to sweep it out.
Okay, it's all wet. We'll give it some time. I got dry dirt in here. I'm not going to wet that because I don't want to deal with soppy wet dirt. But when I put the dirt in, it will stick to the dirt that's already there, and I can pack it down because the dirt will be a little bit damp inside. And so that's my thought anyway. Don't know if it'll work. And so over there, I do need to get more dirt, but at the same time, my wheelbarrow's full. And so the excess dirt just needs to sit there. But there's a big line right here. I was hoping Lee would get it with the tractor. Maybe he did, and I'm just seeing excess. I don't know. But there's a spot right over here that is really, 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 really low, and I want to fill it with dirt. So I'm gonna do that too, but not with this dirt. Right now, it's just taking a break and just waiting for a minute or two. So I'll be right back. Okay, I don't know if the dirt's coming up better. The underneath side of the hard stuff is, it still is going to need a bunch of dirt put in this crack because there isn't enough on the sides to go in the crack. So I need to fill it and then smooth it back down. This is a lot of work. Part of the trench goes like that, and so I had to rebuild the outer edge and slant it this direction. I had no idea it did that, but we do on this side of the trench have what we called a natural stream. That's the reason why the pond was right here, was because water flowed from up above down, hit this area, and then kind of streamed down and then followed the pond out to the other pond. And so we wanted to keep that natural stream, and we have. It's on that side of the yard where it slopes down and it comes through here. And I can really, really feel it with my feet. Anyway, break time. I don't know if it seems like I take a lot of breaks, but it's hot out here today, and I'm not liking shoveling and raking and stomping and everything. So my body is sore from all the days of doing this. So I can't accomplish much at one time anymore. That's okay. We're almost done. Almost done. We still have that big trench right there I'm looking at. I still have about a third of this trench left. And we got to fill the big hole down there. And then there's some on that side of the yard where it's kind of still mound up, and I need to take the rake and kind of break it down so it lays more flat and not so humpy. And I'm not sure about the back side and through the orchard whether or not we got that fixed or not. I don't think we did. I think we tried to do it in the rain, and I think it got all lumpy. And so I need to go back there and fix that as well. This is not a fast task. And it would have probably been, there's this happy medium where the ground was soft, moist from being pulled up. That would have been the perfect day to do it, but alas, we didn't do it that day, and I don't think we did it the next. We were poked after digging all this up, and we got the lines all in. Of course, this one was finished. This is the one Lee had to redig because he forgot the main wire that goes to the family room cottage. That's the next cottage. I think that's the next cottage we're starting. We're going to be starting it fairly soon. When I say fairly soon, I don't know what that means, but it's next up to do. We're still leveling the ground, and Lee's been leveling the ground with the pond dirt. We still have that big mound of dirt over there, and that also will level the ground. But you know, just in this little trench right here, I emptied almost a little bit left, emptied the well barrel. And so you can see where that big mound may look like a big mound, but it may not be. And I still have this whole area right here that I weed-eated earlier that needs dirt filled in. It's this side of the building is really high because this side of the ground is really low compared to the other side. And we knew that, but this side is even lower than everything. And so we want to fill that up and try to taper it down at a much higher level so it doesn't swoop down like that. So anyway, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm not going to fight with the kittens. I'm going to go inside and cook dinner instead. Thank you for watching. God bless you all. Be sure to like, share, press the notification bell, and subscribe. And, oh, before I sign off, Tina moved the kittens already. This is day 3. She took them out of the safe, secure 2-story building, and she put them inside of the barbecue. Well, underneath the barbecue cover, which on the ground. So I moved the doghouse that we had covered and put it behind the barbecue and put in a Sherpa little pad in there and took all the kittens out from underneath the barbecue and put them inside there. And so far Tina's letting them stay. And so I don't know about those cats. It is silly, isn't it? Thank you for watching. God bless you all. Be sure to like, share, press that notification bell, and subscribe. And we will see you next time on the homestead. Bye-bye now.